Hello, this is Abhishek Sengupta. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'll talk about startup. Startup is a very common term nowadays. This is the term which is often heard every now and then. We hear this term in many news channels. We read this in many newspapers, magazines, etc. But what is this startup all about? The startup is a company which is in its initial phase of operation. That means this is not an age-old company. This is a new company with absolutely new ideas. Generally, this kind of startups or this kind of organizations are started by the people who are the first generation businessmen. Even the second or third generation businessmen do come up with startup like ideas, but mostly it is referred for the people who are first generation businessmen. Why this startup concept is important? In India, we have 130 crore people. Now, it is absolutely impossible, or rather I must say it is a very, very tough job to offer employment to all of them. So, a government or any of the government will look for not giving the job, rather giving opportunity to job producer. That means more stress should be given on the job producer rather than the jobs. If the number of job producer increases, then only number of jobs will increase. Everyone want to start his own business, everyone want to succeed, everyone dreams of becoming a business tycoon, but what is important in this, a lot of risk need to be taken. A startup or a business owner takes a lot of risk, a lot of uncertainties they face. So what is important in this is you should have a risk-taking appetite. This is number one. Then only you can go for startup foundation. It takes a lot of courage to do that. It is not an easy job. It may sound easy, it may sound a very simple concept, but it is actually not. A startup process involves a lot of steps. Number one is idea stage. So what is an idea stage? Idea stage where a new idea comes to your mind, or you get a new idea, you develop a new idea which can do business or which can solve a problem of the society. So this is number one. Number two is planning stage. Once you get an idea, you have to plan so that idea becomes a business plan. Number three is prototype. You have to make a prototype of your business. First, a prototype is presented, then only it goes for a mass production. Next comes the test of the prototype. Once you make prototype, you have to put them to test. Without testing, you should not go for mass production. Then comes funding. For mass production, you have to take funding. That means you require money to start a mass production. So funding comes the next stage. After that is mass production. Once you secure funding, you have to go for mass production. Then comes sale. Once the production is ready, once the product is ready, you now have to look for the customers who can buy your product. Next comes break even. Once the sale starts and money starts rolling, you have to go for break even. You have to identify and you have to do the break even. Break even is the point of no profit or no loss. That means your sale or your revenue exactly covers the expenses. Next comes profit. Once you cross the break even, you earn profit. This is the reward for an entrepreneur. After which the last stage is growth. Now what is growth stage? Where you expand your horizon of production and service. So this is all what involves the startup process. Now, why a person is looking for a startup instead of going for a regular job? Number one is that you become your own boss. You do not have to refer to anyone, you just become your own boss. Number two here is this, you have infinite, or rather a lot many opportunities to do creativity. Whatever you are thinking, you can imply that whatever you are making, you can employ that, you can do a lot of R&D, you can make new products, but in a corporate company it is not possible. You have to take multiple permissions, you have to take a lot of budgetary allocation, then only you can do that. So whenever you are planning for startup, plan it properly, because startup is the next generation activity. All the best. For any question, connect me in my social profile or any of the social media accounts. You can connect me. You can also email me. The link is given in the